Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is album reaction, and it's featuring the music of the Cars. The Cars, their debut album. So looking forward to it, man. Of course, I grew up growing up in the '80s. I knew of the Cars and I knew of their '80s hits, but I know full well that they had a really successful career start in the '70s. So we're going to go all the way back, man. So first off, man, just want to give a shout out and a thanks to Two Beer. Two Beer Pete. I call him Pete. Pete says, "Hi Wayne, I hope you're doing well and life is good as we continue this rock and roll journey. I'd like to request a full album reaction. This album just needs to be heard from start to finish. It's the Cars' debut album. The songs in this album were played heavily and often on FM radio in '78, and it was so different, and it was just so different sounding than what we were used to hearing. We didn't know if it was alternative rock, new wave, or just rock, but a lot of us teens really enjoyed this new band. Thanks, Pete." Right on. Thank you, man. Let's hit this up. The only song that comes to mind right off the top from back then was "Let the Good Times Roll." But I know they've had more hits than that, and it's gonna come to me as I listen to this, I'm sure. All right, the Cars debut album. Let's get it.
Let the good times roll. Let them rock you around. Let the good times roll. Let them make you a clown. Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush you rock and roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll.
Let them brush your rock and roll hair.
Times Let the stories be told. Let them say what they want. Let the photos be old. Let them show what they want. Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush you rock and roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Won't you let the good times roll? Good times roll. If the illusion is real, let them give you a ride. If they got thunder appeal, let them be on your side. Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush you rock and roll. Let the good times 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 roll.
Good example of a band that only needs one good song sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Let the good times roll. Let it roll. Good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let it roll.
bet you it's on everyone's rock and roll playlist. My best friend's girl. Yeah, right. I remember this.
Always dancing down the street with this way blue eyes. Every new boy that you meet, it doesn't know the real surprise. Here she comes again when she's dancing beneath the starry sky. Oh, she'll make you feel. Here she comes again when she's dancing beneath the starry sky. I kinda like the way she dips. She's my best friend's girl. She's my best friend's girl. But she used to be mine. You got your nuclear boots and your drip dry glove. Oh, when you bite your lip, it's some reaction to love. Here she comes again when she's dancing beneath the starry sky. Yeah, I make you feel. Here she comes again when she's dancing beneath the starry sky. Here she comes again. I kinda like the way she dips. 'Cause she's my best friend's girl. She's my best friend's girl. And she used to be mine. She's so fine.
Rick Ocasek is a really cool frontman, isn't he?
Always dancing down the street with your suede blue eyes. And every new boy that you meet doesn't know real surprise. Here she comes again when she's dancing beneath the starry sky. Here she comes again. Oh, she'll make you feel. Here she comes again when she's dancing beneath the starry sky. Here she comes again. I kinda like the way she dips. 'Cause she's my best friend's girl. She's my best friend's girl. She used to be mine. She's so fine. My best friend's girlfriend. My best friend's girlfriend. She used to be mine. My best friend's girlfriend. Yeah, yeah. My best friend's girlfriend. Used to be mine. My best
I definitely heard this on the radio. Pretty much every radio station. Cool tune. Takes me back. Just what I. Another one.
I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time. 'Cause when you're standing oh so near, I kinda lose my mind. It's not the perfume that you wear, it's not the ribbons in your hair. And I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. that you wear. It's not the ribbons in your hair. I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. I guess you're just what I needed. Just what I needed. I needed someone to feed. I guess you're just what I needed. Just what I needed. I needed someone to please. I guess you're just what I needed. Just what I needed. I needed someone to feed. I guess you're just what I needed. Just what I needed. I needed someone to please. Yeah, yeah. So please me.
Wow, they've had a really good debut just with these first three songs. If the rest of the album wasn't all that, just these first three songs,
You're just what I
good enough.
needed. You're just what I needed. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Another song that was heavily played. I might have even seen the video. I'm assuming they had videos for all of these songs. I'm in touch with your world.
You can tuck it on the inside. You can throw it on the floor. You can wave it on the outside like you never did before. You get the diplomatic treatment. You get the force-fed future. You get the funk after death. Get the wise and minor brainstorm. I'm in touch with your world. So don't you try to hide it. I'm in touch with your world. And nobody's gonna buy it. It's such a lovely way to go. It's such a lovely way to go.
Pete, it must have been a trip for you guys listening to this back then. Heavily led guitar rock band, but with so much more.
I'm relying on your feathers. You keep talking about the weather. I'm a psilocybin pony. You're a big fandango phony. It's a sticky contradiction. It's a thing you call creation. Everything is science fiction. And I want
Stupid
to know.
things you think about sometimes when you listen to a song.
I'm in touch with your world.
In my mind's eye,
So don't you try to
I see him
hide it.
trying to
I'm in touch with your
kind of describe
Nobody's gonna buy it.
what's that girl's name?
It's such a lovely
Harley Quinn.
way to go. It's such a lovely way to go. I'm in touch with your world. I'm in touch with your world. I'm in touch with your world.
Crazy ass world.
I'm in touch with your world.
Cute song. Don't just stop.
Right here, let them know inside of you. Right here, your kiss is totally new. Right here, your hands are soft and creamy. Right here, your mouth is wet and dreamy. But you know it's just what I like. So do that at night. Don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop. If it makes you feel good. Don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop. Don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop. Your rhapsody is blowing my cool. Your fantasies are written for the fools. Your long black hair, it tickles my skin. You feel so luscious, come on, do it again. Oh yeah, you know it's just what I like. Dim down the light. Don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop. Even makes you feel good. Don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop. If it makes you feel good. Don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop. If it makes you feel good. Don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop, don't you stop. Don't you stop, don't you stop.
Kind of tunes you hear when you're going to the roller skating derby or the roller skating rink or whatever it is that we called it back in the day. Popcorn rock. You're all I've got tonight.
I don't care if you hurt me some more. I don't care if you even the score. Well, you can knock me and I don't care. Well, you can mock me, I don't care. You can rock me just about anywhere. It's all right. 'Cause you're all I've got tonight. You're all I've got tonight. You're all I've got tonight. I need you tonight. I need you
I
tonight.
remember this tune as well.
I don't care if you use me again. I don't care if you abuse me again. Oh, you can make me, I don't care. And you can fake me, I don't care. And you can love me just about anywhere. It's all right.
Wasn't this song on some sort of a movie soundtrack? Like the Last American Virgin, one of those 80s rebellious teen movies? So far, I know 4 songs from this album, and they were big hits. So they had 4 big hits off of this album.
You're all I got tonight. You're all I got tonight. I need you tonight. I need you tonight. I need you tonight. It's an orangey sky. Always it's some other guy. It's just a broken lullaby. Bye, bye love. Bye, bye love. Bye, bye love. Bye, bye love.
Wow, I pretty much know this whole album now. Another hit.
Involving all my energies until you visited. With your eyes of porcelain and a blue, they shocked me in a sense. You think you're so illustrious, you call yourself intense. It's an orangey sky. Some other guy. It's just a broken lullaby. Bye, bye love. Bye, bye love. Bye, bye love. Bye, bye love. Substitution, that's confusion. Comes inside your head. We'll fire all my energies until you visited. With your eyes of porcelain and a blue, they shock me in a sense. You think you're so illustrious,
excellent song, man. I forgot all about that one. So, five really big songs, like their greatest hits were all in one album. Moving in
Life's the same, I'm moving in stereo. Life's the same, except for my shoes. Life's the same, you're shaking like tremolo. Life's the same, it's all inside you. It's so easy to blow up your problems. It's so easy to play up your breakdown. It's so easy to fly through a window. It's so easy to move with the sound.
I remember this one too. Holy cow. It's a great debut album.
It's so tough to get up, so tough. It's so tough to live up, so tough on you. Life's the same, I'm moving in stereo. Life's the same, except for my shoes. Life's the same, you're shaking like tremolo. Life's the same, it's all inside you.
I just realized that growing up, I must have heard this song like 100 times in the background, you know? Maybe on TV or whatever, but yeah, I've heard this song a lot growing up. Things you forget about.
Life's the same, I'm moving in stereo. Life's the same, except for my shoes. Life's the same, you're shaking like tremolo. Life's the same, it's all inside.
Wow. So that's like six out of 9 songs that I know myself that were really big. So really excellent debut album, man. All mixed up.
mixed up.
I know this one too.
She said to leave it to me. Leave it to me. Everything will be alright. Be alright. She said to leave it to me. Leave it to me. Everything will be alright. She's always out making pictures. She's always out making scenes. She's always out the window when it comes to making dreams. It's all mixed up. It's all mixed up. It's all mixed up. She says to leave it to me. Leave it to me. Everything will be alright. Be alright. She says to leave it to me.
What is that in the background? Is that a
Everything
trombone
will be alright.
or a
Be
French horn?
She said to leave it to me. Leave it to me. Everything will be alright. Be alright. She said to leave it to me. Leave it to me. Everything will be alright. Be alright. If you leave it to me, everything will be alright. Yeah. If you leave it to me, be alright. Be alright. Be alright. Be
That's not a sax. It's not a clarinet. It's that instrument that sounds in between the two of them. It's not a trumpet. What's that instrument being blown right now? Okay, oh damn. So that is the debut album for the Cars. Incredible. What do I mean? Incredible how I've heard this album, man. Well, Wikipedia track list. I've heard 7 out of the 9 songs on this album. And I've heard it to the point where I've been exposed to it often, and it's had radio play, it's had all kinds of different exposure. And I would dare to say that these are all hits of theirs, man. It's like some of their best hits are on this one album. And I'm familiar with 7 out of the 9 songs. And the other 2 songs are pretty decent songs, you know, so the whole album really, really rocks well. So yeah, Pete, I'm going back in time to when you were a teen and you and your friends were listening to this. You didn't know how to kind of take it, and but whatever it was all about, you liked it because it sounded good. It was a good rock album, plus ushering you into, I guess, the new wave of things coming in. You know, really, really interesting time that it came out as well, 78. So that's the start of how the sound was going to move into the 80s. And these guys are a good example of a sound that carried over very well from the 70s into the 80s. You know, it seems like there's a wall there, and sometimes you can't get over that wall when you're a certain act with a certain sound, and then it's a very, very easy segue for other acts, you know. And the Cars, I think, based on their sound and based on their record and their longevity, it seems that they were able to actually navigate those rapids or that wall very easily. So hey man, Really, really cool. Holy cow. I didn't realize that I was so exposed and that I knew almost their entire album so well. Good songs, really good songs, and it takes me back. Every single one of them that I recall took me back to really, really good times growing up. Really good stuff, man. That's the power of music, man. So, let's do this. Do a little background on this great album, man, and see what it's all about. It's a decent write-up in Wikipedia here. And, before I forget, I will do my best to remember to link Rick Ocasek's tribute reaction in the description of this video. Fingers crossed that it makes it onto YouTube, assuming that. And that'd be cool, man. Rick passed, 2 years ago? And I did a reaction, I believe, was it a double shot? Let the Good Times Roll and another song that I can't recall. But yeah, I've always liked him. Where it comes to likable frontmen, he definitely would be in the top 10, if not the top 5. So, let's do a read here and see what this album is all about. The Cars. The Cars is the debut studio album by American rock band The Cars, released June 6, 1978 by Elektra Records. Produced by Roy Thomas Baker, the album spawned the singles Just What I Needed, My Best Friend's Girl, and Good Times Roll. It peaked at number 18 on the US Billboard 200 and has been certified 6 times platinum by the RIAA. Yeah, so the whole album just really rocked, man. Background. Formed in Boston in '76, the Cars consisted of Rick Ocasek, Benjamin Orr, Elliot Easton, David Robinson, and Greg Hawkes, all of whom had been in and out of multiple bands throughout the '70s. After becoming a club staple, the band recorded a number of demos in early '77. Some of these songs later appeared in finished form on The Cars, such as Just What I Needed and My Best Friend's Girl, while others were saved for a later release, such as Leave or Stay and Tata Wayo Wayo, both of which later saw a release on their 1987 album Door to Door. The demos for Just What I Needed and My Best Friend's Girl were often played in Boston radio by DJ Maxan Sartori, giving the band frequent airplay. You gotta give it up to the great radio DJs of back in the day, man. You know, I remember the story about when Rush debuted, and I believe it was a radio station in Cleveland. And again, they owe their props again to a lady DJ, and she was playing their music, and at night she would play their whole album. And so then radio listeners were calling in saying, "Yo, man, when is that new Led Zeppelin album coming out?" They were thinking that it's a new Led Zeppelin album. And so Rush, they were saying that they really owe a lot to this lady in the Cleveland radio station that kept playing their debut album. Really cool, man. So props to all the great classic rock DJs from back in the day. And I'm not going to start a rant about classic rock radio stations. I've done enough ranting about that. I've actually lost a whole truckload of subscribers because of my rant towards classic rock radio stations. So I won't do that. Both Arista and Elektra attempted to sign the band, but in the end, Elektra was chosen due to its lack of new wave acts, allowing the band to stand out more than they would have had they signed with the new wave heavy Arista. Good call. Robinson said of the choice, quote, "Hey, they had the Eagles and Jackson Browne, and along comes this crazy Boston band who wanted a black and white photo collage on their cover," unquote. I hear you. Music and lyrics. Musically, the Cars have been described as new wave, power pop, and synth rock. It featured a large amount of technology on many of its tracks due to the band's appreciation for new equipment. Robinson said, quote, "We'd always get the latest stuff from music stores, even if it would be obsolete in 2 months. it reached a point where I'd have 10 or 12-foot switches to hit during a short set, unquote. The album also is notable for frontman O'Kasic's use of irony and sarcasm. Keyboardist Hawk said, quote, "There was definitely a little self-conscious irony in there. We started out wanting to be electric and straight-ahead rock, and it kind of turned into an artier kind of thing." Artier. That's artier. Okay. Unquote. Artwork. The cover model was Natalia Medvedeva, a Russian-born model, singer, writer, and journalist. I was looking at the cover. Does she not look a little bit like Kylie Minogue? You know, in my eyes, she does. Unlike many of the Cars album covers, the cover for the Cars was designed by the record company rather than drummer Robinson. Robinson said in an interview that he had designed a very different album cover for the Cars that cost $80 to design. He continued, quote, "I remember the price exactly. It was completely finished and everything, but it was a little more bizarre than the cover that they had in mind. So they changed some of it because of copyright problems and put it in as the inner sleeve. But I think that was way more how we envisioned who we were then," unquote. The cover was not well liked by the members of the band, however. Robinson said, quote, "I thought that when the electric came out, it was way too slick." Okay. "The pictures of us I didn't like," unquote. Guitarist Elliot Easton expressed dislike for that big grinning face, saying, "Man, I got tired of that cover," unquote. He didn't like her big grinning face? Release. The Cars peaked at number 18 on the Billboard 200 in March of '79, spending 139 weeks on the chart. The record was also ranked number 4 on the Billboard 200 chart, the 200-year chart for 1979. The Billboard 200-year chart, okay. 3 singles were released from the album. Okay, yeah, it's just kind of a recap from what we read from the top. Yeah, let me just scroll down a bit here. They're just breaking down a lot of time points. Yeah, okay, and all of the where they placed on the charts. Yeah, all of the songs did very, very well. Critical reception. Critically, the album was well received. The pop songs are wonderful, Rolling Stone critic Kit Ratchless stated in his 1978 review, adding, quote, "Easy and eccentric at the same time, all are potential hits," unquote. He found that the album comes apart only when it becomes arty and falls, so arty is a word, yeah, I guess so, and falls prey to producer Roy Thomas Baker's lacquered sound and the group's own penchant for electronic effects, unquote. Sorry about the noise outside. They're switching out the bins. Sounds like thunder, I know. No, not you, man. Not this guy. Let's scroll down. Why did they give this fool a half paragraph? Oh, it's still him. Let's keep scrolling. Okay. In a retrospective review, AllMusic's Greg Preto praised the Cars as a genuine rock masterpiece and stated that all 9 tracks are new wave rock classics, concluding with flawless performances, songwriting and production. The Cars' debut remains one of rock and roll's all-time classics, unquote. Yeah, it certainly is, with all of those damn hits on it, man. And knowing all of these songs and having it coming back to me and then seeing that it was all on the same album, that blows my mind, man. It's a really good album. So yeah, it definitely has a great place in history. In 2000, it was voted number 384 in Colin Larkin's all-time top 1,000 albums. Rolling Stone ranked the Cars at number 282 on its 2003 list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. Elliot Easton said of the album, "We used to joke that the first album should be called The Cars' Greatest Hits. We knew that a lot of great bands fall through the cracks. Damn, that's loud. But we were getting enough feedback from people we respected to know that we were on the right track, unquote. Okay, man. And that's the information given for the Cars' debut album. An excellent, excellent album. And if these guys did nothing else after this, they would still have this really excellent debut album, you know. And where it comes to great debut albums out there, immediately I'm thinking of Boston. Yeah, man, these guys definitely measure up where it comes to great debut albums. So many hits on this album. What, 7 out of the 9 songs I know. And where it comes to, you know, me not growing up specifically raised on classic rock, but I know these songs, that tells you that all of these songs that I recognize, 7 of them, definitely were hits for the Cars. And all in one album, that blows my mind. And of course, they would go on to actually have more hits. Would you say that they had a bigger career pop in the 80s as opposed to the 70s? Let me know about that, because I don't know fully how, if they had a really big pop from this album. Let me know. And I'm assuming that their second album was probably in the 80s. Maybe their second album was in 1980, 81, 82, whatever the case is. But this definitely took them, the momentum of all of these hits definitely took them into the 80s. But let me know what you think. But maybe this was actually, I don't know if they popped right away. Maybe it took a while for like all of these great songs, 7 songs in total, to kind of catch on. So it probably took a few years, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, it's a breakthrough for sure, man. Really excellent debut album. All right, y'all. So that concludes our look at the Cars, man. And before I bounce, let me just see what I got going on. Evelyn, Amy, Michael, Caden, it's fine. I've got reactions loaded up for you guys. The only thing I can remember out of this here is Evelyn's got some Robert Plant. And I can't remember. Oh yeah, and Amy's got some origin songs. The origin of certain well-known songs. And one of them I know is a Zeppelin tune. I believe it's Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. Or maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, so there's a little bit of some Zeppelin coming up. And I can't remember the others. But that's what I got going on, man. And that's all gonna hit this week. So you guys have yourselves a good one. Pete, oh yeah, Pete. 2 Beer Pete, brother. Been a great collaboration, man. It's been what, 3 years? You're not among my first subscribers, but you're definitely among my first patrons. And you are in that rare category of, let's just say, patrons that I've pretty much liked every single one of your recommendations. In fact, off the top of my head, I can't think of something that you've recommended to me that I don't like. You guys you'll never see this, but a lot of the times I'll get sent recommendations, and if I don't like it, I don't post it. And you know, some people really get annoyed and pissy with me and mad, and you know, all kinds of shit, call me names and all of that. It's crazy. But yeah, Pete, I think you are one of the very few in that club of patrons that have sent me stuff, and every single thing that you've sent me 3 years straight running, I've actually liked. Am I right? Let me know if I'm wrong. I think I'm right, though. I can't think of anything that you've sent me on both platforms that I don't like and that I haven't reacted to. Now, the odd time I think what you sent me might not have worked. The link or the what have you is not available or anything, but that doesn't count, man. So I appreciate you very much. And I also want to thank you for your service. You're a fellow Navy WOG, and thank you for your service and also your support over these last couple of years. So that's the end of our collaboration, I believe it is. I got to check the Beyond platform. I don't know if I've got you on the Beyond platform for another reaction. I'll have to check that. But that's it for our classic rock collaboration. So take care of yourself, Pete. Hope to meet you one day. Anyway, I'm gonna bounce. What else was I going to say? I think that's it. Yeah, I told you guys what's coming up. So that's it, man. Have yourselves a good one. Take care. Next time you see me, it's tomorrow, and it'll be Evelyn's reaction. Peace out.